Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Frequency in use, and the answer is no. My name is Paul, K4PEW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or prior traffic? Sounds good. If there's any priority or emergency traffic, or if you have a personal emergency, I'd prefer you call 911 first, but we'd be happy to jump in and help if you need us here. We'll break for that at any time. For information on this net, you can see us at Yahoo Groups at MJ_SS, or you can see us on our really fancy website, which is 146415.net, or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday evening, as has been our custom for about 3.5 years. And hopefully we'll be able to continue doing that for several years. The purpose of the net is to support and train ham radio operators and hopefully have some fun using it or doing it, hopefully practicing for the never eventuality of having an emergency, hoping we don't. We invite everyone to use the net to announce amateur radio events, activities, training, etc. For the local community, it's a directed net, and all traffic should be coordinated by net control. Is there any announcements that I need to know about?
Yeah, 4WBZ.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
I just want to let everybody know, Maurice, I don't remember his call, but he's a recent FK. Definitely before his time. His sister is still trying to liquidate his estate. She'll be at the Nashville Club breakfast this weekend, Saturday morning at Ryan's up at Rivergate. If anybody wants to go up there and go check out anything that she may still be trying to sell that she's got left. I know when I saw her Saturday, there was still an Icon 7000, various HTs, and a bunch of little odds and ends. She's going to be up there at 8, well, I'm assuming 8 a.m. is when it starts. I don't know how late she'll stay, but if anybody's looking to pick up some extra gear, that might be a good opportunity and sister to liquidate his estate.
All right, very good. I'll make that announcement. Yeah, Saturday at the at Ryan's. It's Ryan's buffet in Goodlettsville, right across from Rivergate Mall. There is a normal, the Nashville Club has a meeting there, a breakfast meeting. Everyone's welcome to show up anyhow. And they're one of the fellows who passed away within the last 4 or 6 weeks. His name is Maurice, and I also don't recall his call. But he passed away. Silent Key, young man, relatively young man, and his sister is liquidating his assets. Well, at least his ham assets, and she's going to be at the meeting with the stuff. So anybody's interested in looking, I think I have a list of that somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I think I'll find it. Maybe I'll give it out to the truth before it comes, like tonight or tomorrow morning. All right, I appreciate that, Chris, but that's Ryan's, and that's Saturday morning, 8 a.m. in Goodlettsville across from Rivergate Mall, selling some ham equipment. Of course, usually other people bring it as well because they get a fairly good crowd at the meetings. All righty, any other announcements for the net? All righty then. Of course, the big announcements, of course, are we have the net tomorrow night on, Wilson County Amateur Radio Club has a net at 8 p.m. Thursdays at 147.105 plus offset in a 156.7 tone. And then, of course, Saturday we'll have another net here at the same place. And then Tuesday is the AA4BU, the Vanderbilt ARC Club 443.800. Their net at 7:30 on Tuesday night. That's a 123.0 tone. Anybody have any questions about any of those events? Also, don't want to forget the July 28th. July 28th. Yes, it's July 28th is the Lebanon event, which is the Ham Quest. And that's at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, the 28th, for the The Ocean Amateur Radio Club sponsors this and puts it together. Very nice event. We'll make sure to open up for that. And also, we have the last weekend of June is field day. So make plans for that. That's only 4 weeks away. And the last would be we're doing a live feed again. You get to look at the side of my head and part of my stuff here. It's a live feed. You can either look it up under my call, K4PEW, on Yahoo, at YouTube, or at Brain Trusts, which is the channel, BrainTrusts. It's a plural, Brain Trusts. Or, yeah, those are the two good ways to look it up. You can either look it up on Simplexton. I think I'll get to it too. All right, and no more announcements? All right, no more announcements. Then we'll start taking check-ins. We're going to start from the east tonight.
WA4ZHI.
Hey, James, how are you? Did I just start with you last time, did it?
I think you may have.
Maybe I'll cancel. No, you're doing fine, James. You're doing good. You sound terrific.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I did a lot of cleaning up in my computer room today.
Well, you can come over and do mine then.
Oh, it's a deal.
I don't know if I have enough money to have you pay to do mine. It's a mess. I still got. You can see some of the mess here in the top of my rack here, and some books stored over here that I got to unload somewhere. And got stuff back here behind the computer here. You can see all kinds of junk. All right. Anyway, we appreciate you being there, James. Signal sounds great. Who else east of Mount Juliet Road? Please come. I might have been a double. I heard Earl though. Is that Earl?
Yes, sir. KE4DEZ.
All righty. Fairly loud audio, but fairly rumbled audio. Fairly loud signal, but fairly rumbled audio. But I got you. I was copying you earlier when you're talking to Donnie, so you sound good though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having wet weather and antenna conditions, so my signal is kind of my radio's kind of down automatically powering itself because of antenna issues over here. But anyway, even over there, Paul, keep up with your mad self up there in Mount Juliet. We'll catch you later on, and one of these days I might get my stuff over here jumbled so I can get to my antenna projects. We'll catch you later. KE4DEZ, City of Cedar City is what I call it. We'll catch you next time around. 7-3, everyone out there on the net. You can roger my Reeky Deek audio show.
All right, you're doing fine, Earl. Yeah, I got you. But you have a good, solid, powerful signal. I just say that. I think you also keep the gain up on your audio, on your mic gain. So, by the way, I was just looking at my. It's a fake beard I've got here. I only haven't shaved in like 5 days. No big thing. Excuse me. The camera keeps wanting to focus in by itself. One of these fancy things. It's supposed to be following me. It seems, I don't know if it does it or not. I'll have to try. Anyway. Who else we got east of Mount Juliet Road? Please come in.
WA4EBX.
There was a double in there, but Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, hope everybody's doing okay on this rainy evening. So just wanted to check in and give you another number there, Paul. And let's see, about 2 weeks, we'll be having another coffee at Barbecue.
Yeah, that's right. It's a week from Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the next Saturday is the Barbecue. I'm glad you mentioned that. I shudder to mention it for fear people will get confused. It'll be this Saturday, but it's not this Saturday. It's the following Saturday at Barbecues. Anyway, thanks for checking in there. You sound great, Eddie, but of course you always will, being just a couple, 3 miles from my house. All right, who else out there east of Mount Juliet Road? Kind of a rumpley signal, but you sound okay to me. K4PEW. How you doing, Wes?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Your signal, same way. A lot of weather, probably some storms and airplanes. But I've heard everybody but Chris for TW.
Yeah, Chris is over in, I'll think of it in a second. He's over in Hermitage. He's not too far away to the northwest, but I'm not sure he has a very tall antenna, so I'm not sure you'd hear him.
Oh, well, probably good. I'm listening to KG4TW.
Yeah, very good, Wes. That was Wes. Kilo Echo 4, Tango Whiskey India, just north of Watertown. Part of that was Eddie, Whiskey 4 EBX. He was over there east of Providence, south of 40, just a couple miles. And before that was Earl, Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Zulu. He is in just east of Cedars of Lebanon. And then, of course, James was just, he's in the middle of Mount Juliet, just a little bit east of the library, just 2.5 miles north of me. Anyway, who else we got east of Mount Juliet?
Okay, I'm going to.
Hello, Stan. You doing well? I haven't heard from you in a few days.
Yeah, I'm doing well, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing great. A little soggy out there, but I stayed out of the rain today.
Yeah, I guess we're getting what's left of. I've heard that one.
Well, you got quite a bit over there. You got quite a line of showers earlier this evening, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we got about 3 tenths on it so far.
Yeah, that's not exactly. The sea levels aren't rising as a result of that, but it's a lot of water.
Yeah, maybe to get out of here before long.
Yeah, well, the spring's bringing up all the trees and shrubs, that's for sure. I appreciate you being there, Stan. Your signal sounds great. And that's Stan, KM4, Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo. I've got that right, didn't I, Stan?
Roger.
Yeah, okay. For some reason, it didn't sound right to my head. Anyway, that's Stan, and that's Kilo Mike 4, Hotel Quebec Echo, and he's just a little bit north of downtown Lebanon. Who else we got east of Mount Juliet Road?
KG4 MIZ.
All right. How you doing? I'm starting to mimic I used to make fun of an old sportscaster who every time somebody answered a question to me, he'd go, all right. Yeah. Anyway, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, Paul. I can't complain, man. Shoot. I'm alive still, so I guess I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, well, this isn't a recording, is it?
It's not. It's live. It's not Memorex.
Very good. Yep, you sound good as always. You didn't stay on low power, did you?
Yeah, I don't. I usually don't turn it off of low until I need to.
Yeah, well, you're quite a bit over S9 to me, but that's not difficult. By the way, that's Kevin, KG Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu, and he's just a little bit west of downtown Lebanon. It's 2 syllables, Lebanon. All right, Kevin, appreciate you being there. Who else we got east of Mount Juliet Road? All right, then let's go over to the south of 40 then. Please come down.
KN4AJL.
Hey, how are you doing tonight, Bob?
Hey, doing pretty good, Paul. Just trying to stay dry. I was looking at the weather. We got a pretty good bit of rain here, a little bit of thunder and lightning. I think you got a little bit more up your way than we did.
I'm not sure how much we got because I wasn't paying attention the whole time it was raining, but we did get a fair amount of rain. Because I think some places around me got more than we did. You know how those thunder showers do. But yeah, I kind of tend to ignore it because they overplay the weather all the time, and you think it's going to be Noah's flood, and all we got was a half an inch.
Oh yeah, it's the same way here. By the way, you got a good signal tonight, and you got real good audio as always.
Well, you're going S9 to me, Bob, so you sound great.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm running a preamp here, but I got you like S25.
Yeah, I got you. Always sounds funny because it hasn't always been that way for me. So I remember the days when the signal was crappy. Mine wasn't. All right, Bob, you're doing great. And that's Bob, Kilo November 4, Alpha Juliet Lima, and he's in Las Casas. and with a great signal with his preamp. You say it's a preamp on your mic? Is that what you're doing?
No, it's built into this radio. I just kick it on or kick it off, and it always helps out a great deal on Simplex. It really pulls the signal in.
Yeah, well, you're doing S9 to me, so you're doing great on your output as well. All right, appreciate it, Bob. Who else we got south of 40?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
All right, how you doing there, Larry?
Doing good, Paul. Just trying to stay dry.
Dry. Well, I guess we should feel fortunate. I was just looking, a guy put up a video, so it's funny you mentioned, there was a video up talking about the homeless situation in Orange County, California, and the guy had a 10-minute bicycle tour along this one populated area along one of those rivers in California, and there must have been a couple of hundred people living in tents, homeless people. And of course, it doesn't rain much in California, so I don't know if that matters. But here, if you lived in a tent, you'd be one soggy mess.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll let you get on with it, man.
Very good, Larry. Appreciate you checking in. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor Larry in Rockville. Who else south of 40?
Kilowatt Tango 4 Tango November. Randy College Grove.
Ah, very good. Kilo Tango 4 Tango November. Randy in College Grove. I got to think where that is. My geography is awful. Tell me where College Grove is again.
Right off of 31A, about halfway in between Murfreesboro and Columbia, Tennessee.
Ah, okay. Okay, so you're south. I guess you're south of Murfreesboro.
Southwest of Murfreesboro.
Okay, very good. Yeah, your signal, you have good, strong audio. A little bit distorted, but how much power are you running there in?
I was running about 1090. I backed it off whether there's any better.
It's about the same. It's just a little rough, just due to the conditions, I think, from where you are. What kind of antenna do you run there?
Running a G7 by Hustler up about 26 feet.
Oh, well, for where you are, it's doing great. I don't know the distance, but most of that stuff southwest can get a little rough due to the terrain to me.
Is that any better there?
No, it's good. I got a good solid copy on you. It's a little, it's raggedy on the edges there, and I can tell it's not your real. It's your voice, but it's rougher than it should be.
Okay, maybe this microphone I'm using now. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, Randy, appreciate you checking in, and that's Kilo Tango 4 Tango November. Randy in College Grove, and who else we got south of 40?
Kilo India 4 November Delta November. Good evening, Mr. Paul.
Hey, we got another net coming up. Is it next week or the following week?
Let's say, I believe it'll be the following week. It'll be the second week. I believe this.
Yeah, it's the second Tuesday.
Well, negative. No, it's going to be the first Tuesday of the month, but it's going to be the second week. Next Tuesday is I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is next week.
Yeah, next Tuesday is the first Tuesday of the month. That's correct. And yeah, that's right. And that would be the Rutherford County Simplex Net, of which I will put on an announcement for. I don't have it in front of me right now, but anyway, we've got Dave down in Reedyville, and that's Kilo India 4 November Delta November. Signal sounds good. How much power are you running?
I slipped up and put it on high power this evening, so probably 35 watts out maybe.
Yeah, well, no, you sound good. You sound better than normal, really, if my memory serves correct.
Well, my memory, if your memory's like mine, is pretty short. Appreciate what you do. Good evening, Mr. Paul. Everybody on net. KI4NDN.
Yeah, you're about 10 over S9 to me tonight. That's why I say it's just not just my memory. It's really a good signal. Of course, maybe I'm always remembering you on 5 watts. All right, that was Dave down in Reedyville. Who else we got south of 40?
Kilo 1 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar.
Oh, Donnie, heard you gabbing earlier about your antenna, and it's working great.
Yeah, I was talking Earl. We just had a nice little chat there. Yeah, doing good. I could have told everybody it's going to rain today because when I plan on mowing my yard, I always know I'm going to get rain right after I get through mowing. So other than that, I guess I'm doing all right.
Yeah, well, I gave it the first. I gave it the first warning. I mowed 2 days ago just to be sure.
Roger. Good to hear you tonight. I'll turn it back over to Ed.
Yeah, very good, Donnie. That was Kilo 1 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. He's about 5, maybe 5.5 miles south of me, south of Mount Juliet, actually, the city limits, but he's just south of the city of Mount Juliet, down off of 171. Who else we got south of 40? Then we shall move to the north of Division Street, north of Lebanon Road. Please come in.
You doubled with me. K1SPD.
That's because you presumed I was going to call west first, but I'll take you in there, Scott. How you doing?
Doing good, especially now that you turned your hat back right out of that gangster move.
I wanted everyone to see that I was wearing my logoed hat here with my name on it. Just, not that I'm bald or anything, but sometimes I think that people wear hats all the time that are don't have any hair. Yeah, you sound great tonight, Scott.
Yeah, I'm on the regular station tonight. No more portable operation.
Well, I can go on the HT and I can still hear you.
Rob was carry on. K1SPD.
Yeah, very good, Scott. That was Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Not Laverne and Shirley, just Laverne. Who else we got south of 40? Or, well, actually, we already did south of 40. I'm going to go back off of that. And we're going to go back to the north of Division Street, north of Lebanon Road.
KE4 RBQ.
All right, Brent. It might have been a double in there, but I got you in there, Brent.
Thanks, sir.
Are you running full power?
No, I've got it down to mid power, probably 10 watts.
Yeah, I can tell. It seems a little rough, but no, good solid audio. I mean, good solid signal, and just a little rough on the copy. You can probably hear it if you went onto the audio here on the web, if you're so inclined. You doing all right?
Doing fine. Found new jobs and working hard.
Oh, great. Is the location good for you?
One is, and one's on the other side of town. But other than that, I'm doing great.
Oh, they've assigned you to 2 positions, or is it 2 jobs?
No, it's 2 different jobs.
Oh, wow. Well, since you took off, it's like I told people when I was when I was out of a job about, oh gosh, it's in the 90s, early 90s, and it was, and I liked it because I could go to the gym every day, I could go get coffee, I could do whatever, well, not anything I wanted to. And my friend kept asking me, he says, how's that job search going? I said, well, it's going well, but if it continues on any longer, I'm going to have to get my wife a second job.
Yeah, if mine went on much longer, I'd have to live in my own tent.
That's right. Yeah, it's no fun not having employment. Really isn't. It's not just the fact that you're not working. It's the anxiety. You're not sure when it's going to start again, and you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, that's definitely the truth.
Yep. And it's they use the old rule of thumb. It's going to be a month of unemployment for every 10,000 you make. So I'd be out of work only for about 3 weeks.
There you have
it. Anyway, all right. Appreciate you being there, Brent. That was Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec. I get that right again?
Dead on.
Very good. Yeah, I kept messing that up. My Victors and my Bravos. I guess I'm dyslexic. I just did it again. Dyslexic. All right, Brent. That was Brent Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec, and he's in way north Mount Juliet, northwest Mount Juliet. Actually, I think he's in the county. You're not in the city, are you, Brent?
No, I live just out in the county. I'm over by Station 4, kind of.
Man. For those of you watching, if I lean in to the microphone, the camera follows me and makes like a close-up of my head. It's quite disturbing. All right, Brent, appreciate it. Yeah, Brent's up in the county, the northwest part of Wilson. And anybody else north of Lebanon Road, Division Street?
Sierra India Bravo.
There was a double or a triple, but I got Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Richard, how you doing?
Good evening, sir. I hope everybody's doing well, and good evening. That's about all I got.
Okay. Well, as long as you're staying high and dry and your socks keep dry, you're all set.
Oh, we're in good shape as far as that's concerned. Roof over my head is working well.
Yeah, very good. The only ones hurting today are the moles in my yard.
Well, I hope it drowns it for you.
Yeah, I know it. All right, very good, Richard. Glad you're in there. And that's Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo, up by the. I looked again today. The map says it's the Cumberland River. It says nothing about it being a lake.
Yeah, well, what do they know?
It's Google. What do they know? All right. Who else north of Lebanon Road?
Recheck.
What?
I need to speak to Richard real quick.
Hey, hold on, Jeff. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, Richard, KG4MIZ. KG4MIZ, KI4SIV. I think you've got a message for me from somebody. yeah. Phil told me to tell you that he said if you wanted to be in that conversation, you had to get your license first. I know he's rubbing it in, doggone this time. I get out of the way on that. Thank you for the relay. All right, we'll talk to you, Richard. KG4MIZ.
All right, you all set there, Kevin and Richard?
Good to go.
All right, very good. Jeff, I think I heard you in there first. Jeff, you still there?
I'm still here.
Ah, very good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
Each time I look at my picture on my screen here, I can see that I need to shave, so it's kind of embarrassing. Bear with me one more second. I don't want to be embarrassed to ask you to call because I forgot what it was. Jeff is Whiskey Delta 4 Bravo Whiskey Charlie.
Right. Which detergent for brighter white clothes?
I hadn't heard you say that before. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's my buddy. He did that. I said, awesome.
Brighter. What was the first part?
Whisk detergent for brighter white clothes.
Yeah, that's great. Whisk. I don't know if anybody is Whisk still available.
Well, it used to be when I was working, but I can't remember now.
No, I have to look. I bet it is though. All right, sounds great. Whisk detergent for brighter, whiter clothes from Northwest Wilson County. That's Jeff. All right, very good. Who else north of Mount Juliet Road? I mean, north of Lebanon Road?
Kilowatt WY4G.
Wait a minute, I heard the kilowatt station first, please.
Kilowatt 4 Sierra Whiskey Echo. The name here is Steve.
Hey, Steve, where are you located?
We're located in downtown Hendersonville.
Oh, okay, very good. That's Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Echo, Steve, in beautiful downtown Hendersonville. What kind of power are you running through an antenna?
We've got we're running about 50 watts on a Yazoo 7900, and the antenna's a 14 element Cushcraft on a push up pole at about 20 foot.
Man, how much power? You don't need to run any power on that 14 element, dude.
Oh, I was talking to JJY, and the beam is kind of set mostly towards south, and Eddie couldn't hardly hear me, so I bumped it up, and I just had bumped it back down.
Yeah, you wouldn't need but 1 watt to talk to me, actually.
Where are you located?
Well, I'm between you and Eddie down there in Antioch, and I'm in Mount Juliet, right in just about a quarter mile north of 40 and a quarter mile west of Mount Juliet Road, which is behind the Walmart. So, and I'm in an excellent height. I have excellent elevation and a very good antenna. So, yeah, you could probably operate. You could use me. I'm sure I want 1 watt from where you are.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll try it then the next time.
All right. Well, next time. Hopefully, I'll have my 9 element M squared 2 meter antenna up, and I'll point it towards you, and we work each other on a 1/4 watt.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Steve. Good to have you in there. That was Steve, Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Echo, and he's in Hendersonville with a giant 2 meter beam. So, man, he's going to be a powerhouse up there. or is one, I should say. Who else south of 40? North of Lebanon Road. Heard somebody there.
WY4G.
Good evening. How are you? Haven't heard. Well, I heard from you last night, didn't
Yeah, I was on Saturday. I'm just on vacation this week, so that's why I'm here tonight.
I? One of those rare vacations, is it?
Oh, this is one that we have to bid on once a year, so I have to take it when my time comes.
Oh, you actually have to bid on your vacation times. Yeah, my wife has to do that same thing.
Yeah, it's all seniority based. I get 5 weeks a year, so I'm taking 2 weeks this time. Next year I'm not going to do it. I'm just avoiding all that nonsense that's going on downtown about this time.
Yeah, 5 weeks. That's a nice amount, though. But you've been there a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, over 20 years.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's great that you have that benefit. I mean, the initial benefit was what, 2 weeks?
I don't know. We started out first week and been there a certain amount of time. Went 2 weeks and 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Now I'm up 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's great to have the 5 weeks if you got the health and you got the money to take the time off and do something fun.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just hanging around the house. I got some things right here I got to do. It's been raining so much, I'm not able to do anything. So, but when the rain breaks, I'll got to do some things in the yard, do stuff around the house. But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, very good, Jeff. You sound good though, and you're in. Give me straight. Gallatin, correct?
WY4G. No, I'm in Madison. Close to the Sumner County line.
I get that wrong every time. You know, I got to remember that it's Madison. Yep. It's not like I haven't been there. I just sorry about that. All right, Jeff. That was whiskey. I'm gonna get it right here. Whiskey Yankee 4G. That's a nice, unique call. I got to get it straight in my brain. I don't think I know another call that was Whiskey Yankee is the first 2 letters. 4 Golf, and that's Jeff, and he's in Madison. A nice signal. On vacation, so anybody who's working can envy him. Who else we got? The North Lebanon Road.
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo.
All right, hold on. I had a double or a triple, but I did hear Frank in there first. How you doing, Frank? Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo, I believe.
Good evening there, Paul. Yeah, I'm in here. Been gone for a while. I was actually not too far from your old neck of the woods. I was up by Niagara.
Ah, very good. Well, you can get really wet up there if you want to, but it's a one-way trip.
Yeah. I swear I was on the Canadian side, and from what I remember, it's receded a bit, quite a few feet.
Yeah, kind of like my hairline.
Well, definitely my hairline.
No, it may have. It recedes. They tell me a few inches every year, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, I only lived up there for 20 years, you know.
Yeah, well, it's clearly they control it now and they turn it down so it doesn't, do it as much, and they turn it down at night. And so, because I guess they bypass it through the power plant tunnels.
Oh yeah, well you figure there's two huge hydro plants, one on the Canadian side, one on the American side, and they divert water to the reservoirs either through tunnels or through canals. And they have both on the Canadian side, but it's strictly through big 24-foot conduits, I think, that run about 4 miles north off of the Niagara River on the American side. And that went in when I was about 12 years old, 13 years old, up to that huge reservoir. Anyway, they do that, and yeah, it cuts down on the water going over the falls, and it cuts down on the erosion, and so it makes it, it's not going to, talk about that later. Anyway, good to have you in there, Frank. That was Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo, and he is in the northwest part of the county as well. Who else do we have up there north of Lebanon Road? All right, I'm hearing some static, but it's not making it to me. Try again, please. No. Anybody copying that signal?
Kilo 4 Yankee Echo Hotel.
Kilo 4 Yankee Echo Hotel. Is that the one that was just trying to make it in?
Yeah, that was the one just trying to go.
Oh, that one right there. That's not the one that was with the bad signal. I don't think we've talked before. This is K4PEW, and I'm talking with Kilo 4 Yankee Echo Hotel. Where are you located? What's your first name? Kilo 4 Yankee Echo Hotel. No, I didn't get any of that. All I heard was static.
Okay, Paul. His name's Fred. That's a friend of mine. He's on the walkie-talkie. We're going to try to put him up a better antenna, but he's K4YEH. His name's Fred.
And where was he talking to on that HT?
He's in a hole over in Goodlettsville. He's kind of down in a little dip area over there, but he's on the walkie-talkie. I told him to try you tonight on that, and I thought you Mike could hear him, but I heard him fine just then.
Yeah, if he was up a little higher, I'd be able to hear him, I think, because HT's rough enough, and then when you stick them down in a low elevation, it makes it even tougher. All right, very good. We had Fred in there on a relay, Kilo 4 Yankee Echo Hotel. Obviously, he could hear me, so my signal's getting out. I just can't hear him back. And who is this on that we're just talking to?
K10FO.
Ah, okay. So you can hear him okay?
Yeah, I heard him fine. Yeah, he and I have been friends for years. He's been in ham radio for years and got out of it, and now just getting back into it. So he's been around for a while. But I told him give you a try. I heard him real good the last time. I'm surprised you didn't hear him.
Yeah, that's rare that I can't hear somebody, but it's a good test. Now I'm gonna have to. My antenna is this week. Hopefully, is going to go up another about 15 feet on the vertical when I put up the beam. So I'll probably be able to hear him next time. Very good. I just find it interesting that you can hear him and I can't. It must be just a different path for you. Now you're east of Mount Juliet Road, aren't you?
I'm just down here at the county line, really, right off 171, South Mount Juliet and Hobson Pike, South Mount Juliet Road, and where it goes the back way to Smyrna.
Yeah, no, I know. It must be that difference, though, and you being a little farther east, that you can hear him. Because I know about where you are. I just interesting that I can't hear him at all. Like I can hear the static, but I can't make out anything he's saying. All right, well, appreciate that, Donnie. Now I'm mystified why I can't hear Fred up there. Fred, appreciate you checking in though with the HT. Who else we got north of Lebanon Road?
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo.
Eddie, are you able to, Danny, excuse me. Danny, are you able to copy that signal?
Well, I had half notion to turn around and try to aim toward him. If I do, I'll turn away from you, but I'd be willing to give it a try if you want to give me a minute.
No, it's not important at the moment. I was just confused about, I can see why you'd be in a better position with the beam at the moment, but at the moment, so you're doing all right. You got a great signal, of course, with that beam. Working out great for you.
Yeah, not doing too bad. I'm swinging around. I'm coming at you from the backside, so I don't know what kind of shape I'll be in, but yeah, doing okay over here, I suppose.
Yeah, if you're swinging it around, go ahead. Then I'll be able to copy you anyway. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're looking right at the back. There's a null off to the side that's pretty deep, but it's only 12 or 15 dB to the back. So anyway, Frank, I don't know if you can hear me. No, that's not it. K4YEH, Fred. That's what the line I'm looking at. WE4E Danny over here in Hendersonville. Can you hear me? Yeah, you are breaking my squelch, and that's about all I can do on you.
Oh, I'm still picking him up down here where I'm at. This K10FO. He's coming in real clear to me down here.
Yeah, Paul, I don't hear him. I can tell he's in there, but there's just not enough signal making it to me to get the audio out of it.
Yeah, that's funny, Donnie. I appreciate you saying that. It's just funny to me on his back. Where is he? Do you know? Was he at his QTH in Goodlettsville?
Yeah, it's really on the other side of Goodlettsville, like you're going out Springfield Highway, but it's not that far. It's about a mile, and then back over in the subdivision, kind of down in a hole over. But we're gonna put him up another antenna, and I think you're gonna hear him real strong, man.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm just intrigued by that you can hear him, but it's got to be a path issue between you and him that's so much that you can hear him so clearly, and I can. And Danny's using a beam pointed right at him, and I'm, as you know, my antenna here is pretty good, and all I can hear is the transmission, but no audio. You know, it's just a bunch of static to me. So anyway, no, we'll that'll be great to get him in a better shape. But again, Fred, we appreciate your attempts to get in there, and welcome back into the hobby. It's we have a lot of fun doing this, and lots of other things too. So, all right, Danny, appreciate your assistance on that. Who else? Anybody else north of Lebanon Road? Well, I'm going to assume that was Fred, K4YEH, responding to me. Or is there somebody else trying to check in? Anybody else west or north of Lebanon Road, north of Division Street, north of Mount Juliet? I'm not sure if that was somebody new or not. I hear that static in there.
9 something. I'm catching that part, but don't get the last part.
You said there was what? KB9?
KC9.
Okay. KC9 station, try again, please. If you have more power, give it to me. All right. I got nothing. Anybody copying the signal north of me?
Where is he, Paul?
I'm presuming somewhere north. KC, well, I really don't know where he is. I just presumed it was north of Lebanon Road.
Well, let me turn around and see what I can scare up.
All right, hang on a second. KC9, we got somebody turning a beam around towards us, see if we can hear you a little bit. Ah, it was AC9 I am now. I got the conditions are terrible. That's Steve up in Scottsville, which is just about northeast from me, Danny, if you want to try to turn around and listen to him. You doing all right, Steve?
Yeah, come in here, you're in and out. Conditions are just terrible, considering how humid it is outside.
Yeah, it is. You're really rougher copy than I've heard in a long time from you, Steve. All right, very good, Steve. Appreciate it. Appreciate your attempts to get in there. We weren't copying you well at the beginning, but now I got you. It's Alpha Charlie 9 India Mike. That's Steve in Scottsville, Kentucky. About I forget how the distance is. 45 miles, maybe northeast of me. All right. Anybody else north of Lebanon Road? Please come down.
W4DBV.
All righty. Now we're going south of the Kentucky line. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, I'm not bad, thank you. Good signal here. Did not hear the Kentucky, of course. I did hear a couple of others. Just managed to pull you up on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. There's an interesting, I'm going to say about a 5 to 10 second delay, which makes it interesting trying to wear 2 sets of headphones, et cetera. But anyway, good to hear you, and thanks for checking me in. W4DBV.
Yeah, very good. Did you see any flutter, any pixelation on the screen at all? I forgot to ask you guys.
No, the video's good, the audio's good. I can't believe the intensity of the static on some of the stations I can't hear. That fellow that you could not hear, I mean, he broke the squelch and it was just like, 100 dBs of static. That's what I heard as well. Video's good. Everyone else I'm hearing.
All right, very good, Brian. This camera automatically tries to, I don't know who it's focusing on because it does it automatically. It just zoomed in on my head again. I got to stop it from doing that. All right, very good, Brian. It was Brian Whiskey 4 Delta Bravo Victor, and he's also in the northwest part of Wilson County. kind of in a hole, but a good signal to me. We had about an S7 on me tonight there, Brian.
Very good. I'm not sure if I was supposed to run QRP. I'm putting out about 30 watts.
No, we didn't call for the QRP. I thought the conditions would be so bad today with the rain and wetness, and that I just stayed with the regular thing. We don't want to do that all day. It would have been terrible tonight on a couple of stations on low power night.
Okay, well, very good. I'll stand by W4DBD.
All right, thanks, Brian. Again, Whiskey 4 Delta Bravo Victor in northwest Wilson County. Anybody else north of Lebanon Road? But on to the west of Mount Juliet, west of Wilson County. Please come down.
KM4YRF 4WBZ.
All right, hold on a second. Which are we holding on to? WBZ, hold on 1 second. We got KM4YRF, Mike over there in East Nashville.
How are you doing, Paul? Looking good on the TV?
You're too kind. Every time it zooms in on my face, it shows this 4 or 5 days growth of whiskers here. I don't think I've shaved since Sunday.
That's okay. It gave me a little chuckle a couple times there.
Yeah, particularly when it zoomed in.
Yeah, I noticed it was just kind of doing it on its own.
Yeah, I don't know, if I lean in, I got to avoid that because it's not a good look. All right, Mike, appreciate it. That was Mike, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in East Nashville. Are you doing anything differently tonight? Your signal seems a little narrower, less voice quality to it.
No, not really doing anything different. I'm on about 25 watts.
Huh. Well, maybe it's just my memory. If you get a chance, listen to the video at 4640 or so, 4630. If you're not on, are you on the video now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you can go back on the 4630 and just listen to yourself, and you tell me what you sound like. Because if you haven't heard it before, you wouldn't know.
That's true, but I will check it out.
All right, very good. That's Mike, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in East Nashville. Who else? Oh yeah, we had the Chris in there. What's up, Chris?
Just living the dream. Check in. I was home tonight, so here I am.
And your call, I got to remember, my memory's faded. KI4WBZ, right?
Correct. Kilo India 4, Whiskey Bravo Zulu.
Yeah, very good. We still got to get together. You going to the breakfast on Saturday?
I am.
Then I shall bring your radio that you lent me when I was in the hospital 6 months ago.
Well, clearly it's not a big deal. I'm not using it right now. I've got a bunch of others. And I'm glad you were able to put it to use. I find a use for it. I'm going through some stuff, trying to figure out what I can get rid of and what I need to use to justify keeping. Got a couple projects in the works, but a little this, a little that. I'll make a road trip to Oklahoma next month for 30th anniversary of our high school graduation reunion float trip. So I'm trying to get HF in the car here in the next couple of weeks so I can make that ride with make a couple QSOs along the way.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hope you have a safe trip to Oklahoma. I got news for you. If every ham got rid of 50% of what they didn't really need or regularly use, the Ham Fest would have 10 times as much gear in it.
I can't vouch for everybody else. I'm just trying to focus on my own, kind of pare down. I got too much stuff. And if I can unload it, that's great. If I can turn it into cash, even better.
All right, very good, Chris. Appreciate you checking in. Chris is there in Hermitage. That's Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu. Chris in Hermitage with a great signal. By the way, how tall is your antenna there?
The antenna's probably only about 2 feet tall, but it's on the second floor balcony in my apartment.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, which type of antenna is that?
Ground plane. It's basically a J-pole with some radials coming down at a 45-degree angle. I got it from the Aero antenna. Fairly cheap. It was like $30 a couple years ago. It's been more than a couple now, but several years ago. But much to it. Pretty simple to make.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's a nice antenna from Arrow. No, it sounds good. I was just wondering on your height and the type of, the efficiency of it, because one of the, I think it was Wes who said he wasn't able to copy it early on, so I wasn't sure what you had. All right, Chris, appreciate you being there. We'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday morning. Who else west of Mount Juliet Road, west of Mount Juliet, west of Wilson County?
Whiskey 4, Alpha, Whiskey Echo.
Hey, good evening, John. You sound great and powerful as always.
Yeah, you're coming in especially strong tonight. It's like 10 over 9.
Your signal's so powerful. Every time you come on, I think it's the Wizard of Oz.
Come on. I'll have to go on to YouTube later and hear that for myself.
Well, go to the 50-minute and 30-second mark, would be just about the time when you check in. It might be a little before that or a little after that. It's about 50.30 or so.
I actually tried to go check the YouTube on the last net, and as luck would have it, the audio on me got caught in the pixelation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I had a problem with that. I had my camera, which is it's an HD camera, very nice. Logitech makes it. It's not an ad. I got it for $50. But I had it connected not directly to the computer. In other words, connected to a USB port that was through another port that was connected to the back of my computer. So I just connected it just to be sure. I made a direct shot into the main USB port in the computer, and that seemed to do okay.
Yeah, well, it might have just been a latency thing. Plus, YouTube live many times varies a lot also.
Well, it's hard for me to say, because it could be my internet provider. It could be, who knows what other factors go on in YouTube,
Yeah, exactly. And, you're probably going through 2 or 3 conversions as it goes.
Well, it's actually surprising that it goes at all, considering, in an HD signal, how good that comes into everybody. It's amazing to me that it even goes out and gets processed so easily.
That's a good point. It is amazing, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have told me this 20 years ago, I would have said, I remember in the world of engineering, when they announced in one of the trade magazines that they were going to more easily be able to transfer CAD, images. You could do a whole CAD through an email, and I thought this is like a huge breakthrough, because there was no such thing before that.
I remember putting graphics files on these 1 gigabyte big SyQuest discs that weighed about a half a pound.
Oh man, yeah, that was at the early days of the CAD.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of the early days with anything in architecture and the graphics industry. It was, it's back when a gigabyte of storage was at least $100 and involved a big aluminum disc.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's, like I said, though, there was no easy way to transfer those kind of documents, because it just ate up too much bandwidth, and they found a way to obviously compress it, or I don't know how they do it. I'm not into that stuff. So, but they certainly learned how to do it, because you can transfer those kind of files easily now.
Yeah, it was just, a life-changing change literally about 10 years ago. And it's almost like, I forget which law applies of doubling the capacity of processors and cutting the cost, but, graphics really benefited all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just tell people that computers have enabled us to screw things up a whole lot faster than we used to.
Yeah, especially they need to have a safety on the send button.
Yeah, it needs to be like an electric fence.
Right.
All right, very good, John. That was John, Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo in Bellevue. It's a great, powerful signal there. And he's kind of sitting behind a mountain firewall over there. There's a big ridge between him and me, but his signal's somehow able to get around through or over top it. So who else we got west of Mount Juliet? Nothing. We'll go to late check-ins then. Any late check-ins, any place, anywhere, anyhow, please come in.
W4 Romeo Papa Whiskey.
All righty. I don't think I've talked to you before, but if I have, I apologize. I don't remember the name. That's Whiskey 4 Romeo Papa Whiskey. A name and location, and hopefully what kind of power you're running.
Okay, name here is Rick. I'm located over here in Lewisburg, right outside of Columbia. And I'm running 100 watts and just got a GT9 up about 30 foot at 100 watts.
Well, you're doing great from Lewisburg. You must have are you in a good elevation there?
No, I'm in a hole.
No, you're doing great there, Rick. I'm surprised because Lewisburg is, I don't think I've had a QSO with anybody in Lewisburg, but you've got a great signal.
Well, I got a good copy on you. Where are you located?
I'm right in, I'm actually just on the other side, north of 40, right in Mount Juliet on Mount Juliet Road, right off of Mount Juliet Road.
Okay. I had a buddy was telling me that y'all have a net here. I just thought I'd come up here and see if I could get into it. I didn't figure I could make it to you.
Yeah, the last time I was in Lewisburg was a couple of years ago. I was down there at the, oh my gosh, I forget what that hall is. Is it the VFW or the American Legion Hall? I think it's the VFW Hall down there. It's pretty big there, just east of the main drag.
Yeah. I'm right on Interstate 65. If you get off exit 32, I'm right there on the exit.
Ah, okay, very good. Yeah, that's. I'm glad you checked in there, Rick. You have excellent signal down there. Well, running 100. Can you back it off for me if you don't? I'm running 50, but back it off. Can you easy to back it off on your rig?
Oh yeah, right there's 50 watts.
Oh yeah, you're doing great. I mean, 100 really nails it, but 50 is just a little bit of hash in the signal. And you hit me one more time. I wasn't looking at the display.
Okay. Well, I've never really talked no Simplex since I bought this radio. That's one reason I want to get on here and see how we talk.
Oh yeah, no, you're about S6 to me from Lewisburg, and that's awesome on 50 watts.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll back out and let you get somebody else there, and I'll try to start hitting you nets on every week. But if I remember, you get my age, you forget about stuff all the time.
I don't know if you probably haven't heard me say it, but see, we hold the nets on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We hold the nets twice a week, and that I like to give hams 2 opportunities a week to miss the net.
Okay, what time are y'all on here on Saturday?
Same time, same place.
All right. Okay, buddy. Appreciate picking me up there, and you sound great here in this little old town here. I better hurry up and get off because they're fixing to roll the streets up here. W4RBW. Appreciate the comeback.
Wait a minute, is that Romeo Papa Whiskey? Am I to get that right?
Yeah, Whiskey 4 Romeo Papa Whiskey. A lot of guys call me the Rocket Propelled Wombat.
Okay, very good. I don't even know what a wombat is exactly, but I can look it up. Okay, very good. That's Rick, Whiskey 4 Romeo Papa Whiskey in Lewisburg, down south there. For the first time checking. We appreciate you being there, Rick. Who else we got anywhere, any place, anyhow? Please come. Got nothing. Okay, then we're going to go for the sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, and scanner listener. Yeah, the scanner listeners have to text me or email me, or they can text me on the screen if they wanted to, but I don't think they're done. All right, then. One more chance for any place, anywhere, anyhow. Lurkers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, or just regular check-ins. Got nothing. Very good. We had a killer night here. I don't remember if it beats our old record, but we had 27 check-ins tonight. Of course, it's been a whole hour. There was a little bit of excessive gabbing. I say excessive, just a little bit. We don't like to make, for those of you still listening, I don't know how many of you are, but as you know, the ones who are regulars here realize we don't try to make it a governmental or military net where it's a clinical thing. They're just giving your station number or whatever. We try to make it a little more cordial than that. We want to feel everybody feel welcome, and they don't have to know any particular thing. because as most of you would know, if you've ever done any training in emergency communications, the first rule in emergency communications is to use plain language. Plain language. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to use fancy words and fancy numbers and fancy calls. Just plain old language. Just communicate properly like you would for anything else, as if you don't have to use fancy police terms or military terms. Well, it's nice to be able to know the phonetic alphabet. That's for sure, certain, but in fact, it's kind of important in ham radio in case we have bad communications. But anyway, I'll wrap it up here. Appreciate all the check-ins. You guys have been great tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the video. For those of you that saw it, we're already an hour and 30 seconds into the net. Have a great night. I'll send out a link to the net for those that weren't able to do that. And we'll go from there. K4PEW, closing on it. I'll be here for a few minutes, but the TV thing's going down.